What's up guys, ShadowNinja here, and I'm going to be talking about World War III. It recently came out on Steam for early access. So, big thing I just said there, early access. So a lot of my critiques, a lot of my problems in this game is subject to heavy change. They are still developing this game. It is not launched yet. It's not fully out. It's pretty much early access, allowing players to play the game, help them develop the game so they better understand what the player and the communities want from this game. So without further ado, I'm going to be talking about a lot of good things, a lot of bad things, but the one thing I will not be talking about is the horrible server release, the infinite connecting the server type of bug, whatever the hell it was. I am not going to be talking about that. I don't think that's relevant to this criticism, this impressions video. I think that's pretty much just a technical difficulty they had that they didn't expect. So without further ado, one of the greatest things about this game is the customization. Like, the amount of detail you can go into this game is insane. I'm going to be getting more in depth, but I'm just going to say that the customization in this game is by far awesome. Stay tuned at the end of the video for me telling you where you're going to see that video at. But another thing I like a lot is the feeling of World War III. It feels like a World War III game. It's the East and the West. They're not really trying to segregate certain nations to certain things, you know, because I don't know. They live in this game is developed by people in Poland, and they're technically in a very, very hostile part of the world. So I don't think they want to be too specific. With that, getting that from the side, I really like the World War III aspect. I really feel like it's a crazy, intense little war. Another thing I like a lot is the kill streaks or the score streaks, battle point streaks, whatever you want to call it. Pretty much similar to Call of Duty. You get these by points, and these things actually carry over throughout lives. So you might not get 500 points when you first, like, in one life, but you can get 500 points throughout like 3 lives or 4 lives. You know what I'm saying? And you can still support your team and not be a problem to your team. Like Call of Duty, you don't get that score streak in that life. You gotta go again, and you know it could hurt the team dynamic. So I like that a lot. I didn't think I was, because it's a Battlefield style game. Now also too, these developers also said that they wanted to make this a Battlefield like game, but they didn't want to. They want to change it up, adding a little bit more realism to the game with the damage module and stuff like that, and like the pace of the game. We're gonna be talking about the damage module really soon. But yeah, I really like the kill streaks. I was surprised. And also another thing too, this is go back to customization. There's a lot of options for your character, and it actually has a big effect on how you're playing, your armor and all that stuff. So do keep in mind to that. I really like that a lot. You know, also your speed of your players, stuff like that. Now I'm gonna get into my critiques a little bit. So one of my biggest critiques about this game, again, like I said before, is the damage module. I think it's a joke, and I say that not in a mean way, just like it's just so my gunfights are just so inconsistent. It's sometimes very frustrating. So what I mean by that is usually a headshot in 99% of shooters is the most deadly shot in the game. Now in World War II, or World War III, not World War II, World War III, I'm getting a little ahead of myself because that Battlefield 5 is World War II. But when World War III, a headshot potentially could be the weakest shot if you shoot them in the helmet. Now that's fine, because you're going to likely shoot their helmet off. Now after that, it'll probably be 30 damage, stuff like that. Now we're talking about getting shot in your crotch area, your abdomen, you know, like right where your stomach is. Put your hand right in your stomach, right? You get shot there. I'm not saying you get shot there, it's going to be very pleasant, but I got shot there twice. There's been certain times I got shot there twice by an AR. I died in 2 shots. Literally died in 2 shots. Getting shot in my stomach. You know how big that target is? Like, compared to the head? Like, and you find a lot of gunfights, like 95% of my deaths are from abdominal shots. And it's just it's a very big target, and it's very inconsistent. And the reason I say inconsistent is, alright, look at this. If I'm crossing, right, and somebody's behind cover and they start shooting at me, I completely can't. I am at a huge disadvantage if he's shooting at my stomach, because he can potentially 2-3 shot me. But if I'm shooting at his head, it'll take maybe 2 shots to get his helmet off, and I gotta hit him in the face because there's a specific part of his head. There's a face shot and a head shot. There's just so much inconsistent stuff with damage module. It just becomes very frustrating, and I think that needs to revert back to a traditional headshots are the most, body shots are second, arms and legs are, you know, not that much. I think that will work so much better in making gunfights a lot more consistent, because a lot of times I just run out and just die in like 2 seconds. Like, yes, it's war and it's supposed to be a more realistic take, but if I wanted that realistic take, I'll play Insurgency. This looks like Battlefield, should feel somewhat like Battlefield, and should definitely have a damage module similar to Battlefield to make it feel a lot more consistent. Now my last critique here is the level design. Now the levels look beautiful, they feel beautiful, they're pretty awesome. They really fit the setting that it's, you know, again, World War III, it's taking place in Europe. It really fits that really well. However, I think the gunplay when it comes to stuff you can do and the level design do not match up very well. So if I'm running a light class, there's right now 3 maps in the game, or at least 3 maps I played on. If there's like a 5th and 6th or maybe a 4th out there and I've never played, I apologize. I've played like this game for 10 hours and I didn't even know that. But without further ado, get that little joke aside. Yeah, I don't really feel like the type of guns you can run, the type of setups you can run really fit the level at all, like the levels in this game. Pretty much you kind of want to just be behind cover, watching down a corridor, playing it really safe. And the fact that it's weird because like when I'm running a light class like SMG and I'm running a sniper, like I feel super deadly. Like it's awesome how fast I can run and I get to people quickly and they don't hear me. I have a suppressor. It's really fun. Except I'm at a huge disadvantage because I have no cover. A lot of the places are open. It just, what you can do with the customization and the level design, they don't really match up so well, and that needs some work. And obviously it's really good that this is early access. We get to test out a lot of these things. Again, also, this is pretty much going to wrap up the video. The fact that all my critiques are happening now and the fact that it's early access do not take it as this is a really bad game. I really love this game. I am continuing to play this game. I am hooked on this game. But again, this is early access. There's going to be some problems, and the reason why these problems are happening, and the good thing about early access is that they're going to take this feedback and they're going to use it to make the game better. And that's what this video is all about, just making the game better. And so far, it's really great. Highly recommend checking out this game if you have a PC. You will not be disappointed at all. I know the gunfights might be a little inconsistent, and the level design might be a little off with the type of gunplay you can do. But again, the customization is really spot on. I really like that aspect a lot. And the setting, the tone of the game, the aesthetics, they all work for what the developers are going for. Without further ado, that's all I got for this one. Tomorrow, I'm on Fittest Gamers, and link down below. Pretty much run that channel. I'm going to be talking about the customization tree. I got to make a whole new video for that because it gets really in depth. There's a lot of things you could do, and it affects you in a very big way. But until tomorrow, until next time, hope you guys enjoyed this video. For more World War III gameplays, news, reactions, impressions, the whole 9 World War III, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be covering this game a lot. I really like this game. Without further ado, again, hope you guys have a good one. ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.